Terror that people recall most vividly when describing what they believe has been an alien abduction experience. But now, some abductees are claiming that, along with the momentary terror, they are experiencing a profound and positive long-term effect.
I woke up in the middle of the night, and I felt that there was someone alongside of the bed. And I reached my right hand out, and I touched the shoulder of someone who were probably the size of a 5-year-old. I was paralyzed. I couldn't move. It was total terror.
She has asked to use the pseudonym Judy. She does not want viewers to know who she is, only what she is, an abductee. Her terror began in 1989 and came to light after a local paper invited readers to call in with their UFO experiences.
She was very frightened. That came through loud and clear.
Reporter Holly Cogan knew Judy's call was different.
When I spoke with Judy, she came across as a very honest person. I had no reason to think that she was doing anything but saying what she believed. So I went out to her home with the expectation that it was going to be interesting and legitimate.
Cogan's resulting article described a woman with a history of multiple abductions and vivid recollections of encounters with small gray creatures.
It was almost as though they were saying, ready or not, here we come. But I didn't know at the time what was going on because I didn't know about alien abductions.
The impact of abductions on people's lives is a very powerful one.
At Eastern Michigan University, sociology professor Dr. Ron Westrom has studied the impact of the abduction phenomenon on individuals and on society as a whole.
The person adapts and they just sort of somehow manage to work it into their life until every so often something happens to them that makes them suddenly confront, this really is happening. This is not just a dream. You can't just dismiss it.
For months, Judy's family did not believe the bizarre stories she was telling them about her abductions. But then, without warning, the terror that had isolated her from the family began to spread. Now, her husband and sister claimed that they were being abducted too. What was once a single case of alien abduction had now become what researchers term a multiple cross-generational family abduction.
My husband and I had problems. We came close to a divorce over this until he woke up on a table being examined by 3 grays. This is something that we didn't ask for, we didn't want, and it's totally changed our lives.
One night I went to bed and I had brushed my hair before I went to bed. The next morning I woke up and was doing my hair, and my hair had been cut to like an inch in certain spots on my head. And I went in and I checked my pillow. There was no hair on the pillow. And nobody in the household had been in my bedroom that night.
Jane, like her sister Judy, has grown to accept this as evidence of her abduction experience.
I just didn't bother really trying to figure out. I just took it that I had visitors. I've grown up with it. It's like if you grow up with a limp, you get used to it.
The phenomena seems to be centered around me, and a little curiosity with the other family members, but the bulk of the phenomena is directed at me.
Judy believes that strange grass rings in the backyard are further evidence of UFO contact.
We noticed that in the wintertime they would be bright, lush green. The patterns have expanded where there are rings joining rings and different designs.
Dr. W.C. Levengood, a prominent research biophysicist known for his study of crop circles, was brought in to examine the unusual formations.
In the lush green areas, the respiration of the grass is entirely different or out of phase with the normal grass. There is a definite indication that there's electromagnetic energy involved in the formation of the circles and its effect on the plants.
Where does this anomalous energy come from? Could it come from an alien craft?
We have a lot of intriguing data, but I think we've just scratched the surface. We do not understand yet how these energies are put together.
Although much of what Judy has experienced over the past 5 years is already familiar to abduction experts, she reports one astonishing incident that falls outside the typical abductee's experience.
I woke up and there was a gray by my side, left side, and he was putting in what appeared to be laser type objects in my brain. He put one in each temple, one here, and one in the back. And I was told that I would have an energy and that I would be able to help people who are ill.
Some abductees feel that after the return from an abduction event, that they have increased powers, psychic powers or healing powers. This is extremely unusual. Judy has felt that she has the ability to have a therapeutic touch, so to speak, and this might certainly be true. It's something that we can't dismiss out of hand, and it might be related to the abduction phenomenon if true. This has got to be very scientifically and objectively investigated.
Judy claims that she has helped hundreds of patients through her healing touch, including one woman who had a painful disease called shingles.
After about 3 minutes, I noticed I was beginning to feel very warm, and the area under her hands was intensely warm. And then my whole body began to feel tingly and just relaxed. And gradually the nausea and the sickness was just disappearing, even in 12 hours.
The disease, which can plague some people for a lifetime, disappeared. Mary believes it was Judy's touch that helped cure her.
I think Judy did help with the illness. I think she speeded up the process, and I firmly believe that she has abilities that are not like anything else I've seen before.
Judy believes that the terror she experiences during her abductions is the price she has to pay for her healing powers.
I saw the peace that came to people that were getting the treatments. I saw physical ailments that were being healed. And I decided that this is something that I should do.
Whether or not you believe that Judy has been repeatedly abducted by aliens, the fact remains that she is now providing a very important service to the sick and dying. While the source of her new outlook is debatable, the positive outcome is not.